What started as a vague tweet, something you might scroll past without a second thought, has now ignited one of the most jaw-dropping free speech controversies in modern British history. And at the center of it all stands Lucy Connolly, a former nanny turned national lightning rod. But here's the kicker. This wasn't about some criminal mastermind or hate preacher. This was about a grieving mother, dragged through the courts over one emotional post, deleted within hours, that has now cost her not just her freedom, but her dignity. Before we go any further, if you're as stunned as the rest of us by what's happening to freedom of speech in the UK, make sure you like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. This isn't just about one woman. This is about all of us. Lucy Connolly's life was, by all accounts, quiet. No criminal history, no scandals. A woman who had spent decades caring for other people's children. A wife. A mother who knew the agony of losing a child. But in a moment of raw emotional pain, she fired off a tweet in response to horrifying news. The tweet was angry, impulsive, and later deleted. But none of that mattered once the legal machine got hold of her. The Court of Appeal, cold and mechanical in its response, shut down any hopes of mercy. Lord Justice Holroyd delivered the blow. Asterisk, there is no reason to consider the sentence excessive. Asterisk, that was it. No space for context, no room for understanding. Just a flat-out denial. The court brushed aside Lucy's emotional explanation, labeling it simply, not credible. As if grief isn't messy. As if pain doesn't make people lash out. Now imprisoned at HMP Drake Hall, Connolly's voice comes from behind bars, shaky but defiant. She admitted she was grieving, furious, overwhelmed by the deaths of innocent children. A tweet wasn't her strategy. It was her scream. But the justice system didn't hear pain. It heard provocation. Her husband, Raymond Connolly, a former Tory advisor, was thrown under the bus almost immediately. His post vanished like political clockwork, the system eager to disown both of them like a bad PR stunt. One WhatsApp message where Lucy joked about the tweet was treated like a smoking gun, not the half-hearted venting that anyone might send when trying to laugh through the pain. Instead of asking why she said what she did, the prosecution asked how far they could stretch its meaning. Instead of nuance, they saw fuel. And they doused the fire. Keir Starmer, silent at first, eventually emerged from the shadows with a statement that sounded like it was printed straight from a Ministry of Thought playbook. Asterisk, free speech doesn't mean freedom from accountability.
Asterisco no empathy.
No recognition that justice should include humanity.
Just a line.
Cold, rehearsed, final. The system had spoken, and Starmer made it clear. The hammer had dropped, and it wasn't lifting. The reaction across Britain was instantaneous. Outrage. Confusion.
Dismay.
What was once seen as a one-off courtroom decision is now the banner headline in every corner of the political spectrum. Lucy Connolly's conviction has become the rallying cry for a growing crowd of critics who believe Britain is now a place where the wrong opinion can land you behind bars faster than actual criminals. Supporters from Reform UK, media voices, and political figures on the right have seized on Lucy's case as the example of what they call a double-standard justice system, where protected groups get kid gloves and dissenters get a prison cell point. One of the loudest voices is Lawrence Fox, actor turned activist, who's leading the charge through his organization, Reclaim the Media. They've already raised over £40,000 for Lucy's defense. Fox didn't hold back. Asterisk, Lucy was jailed over a hastily deleted tweet. Meanwhile, Islamists chant death threats in the streets and walk free. And Hugh Edwards, caught with child pornography, lives off a £300,000 taxpayer-funded pension. Asterisk, Fox didn't just make a statement, he lit a fuse. He accused the courts of going after political targets while ignoring actual predators. He claimed Lucy's sentence wasn't about justice, it was about silencing an inconvenient voice. And if you think this story ends with Lucy, think again. Just as public attention was peaking, another case hit the headlines. This time it was 26-year-old Joseph Haythorne, who posted a similarly offensive tweet during the violent flare-ups in South Yorkshire. His tweet was live for less than 20 minutes. He pled guilty to inciting racial hatred and got 15 months behind bars. Compare that to Lucy's 31-month sentence. Nearly double. For a mother. For a tweet that was deleted. For a person with no prior record. Critics are calling it not just unequal, but deliberate. Richard Tice, deputy leader of Reform UK, didn't mince words. Asterisk 15 months for a disgusting tweet that lasted 17 minutes. Lucy got more than double that. Is this what equal justice looks like? Asterisk then he twisted the knife. Asterisk, if justice is fair, Bob Vyland should get 5 years for his vile Glastonbury performance. Asterisk the implication couldn't be clearer. This isn't about the law. This is about who the law chooses to punish. As the UK's political divide grows sharper, and the public grows wearier of a justice system that seems allergic to consistency, more and more voices are joining the chorus. Even across the Atlantic, eyebrows are raising. The U.S. State Department has reportedly expressed concern over Lucy's case, citing potential violations of free speech. Make no mistake, this isn't just some fringe issue. This is turning into an international flashpoint. Where does this leave us? In a Britain where jokes are dangerous, grief is punishable, and tweets can ruin lives, Lucy Connolly's case didn't just crack open a conversation, it split the national psyche. And unless something changes, unless someone with power decides to listen rather than condemn, this won't be the last time we see someone thrown into a cell for a few lines of text. If this story hits a nerve, say something. Speak up. Because silence, in this climate, isn't neutrality, it's compliance that we only share verified news. If you believe in telling the full story, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Your voice matters.